Marine debris is any solid material that is intentionally or unintentionally released into a lake, river, or ocean, all of which inevitably end up in the ocean. The introduction of plastic and the advancements in technology has been the cause of such massive increases in marine pollution over the last few decades. The way we eat, drink, and live increases the waste as we are very reliant on the use of plastics in everyday life. Up to 13 million tonnes of waste is added to marine pollution annually, and there is currently estimated to be 150 tonnes of it all up in the ocean. This is predicted to triple by 2050, meaning there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean by weight. The waste is mainly composed of food wrappers, beverage containers like drink bottles, packing materials, and cigarette butts. In terms of consequences for marine life, ingestion, suffocation, and entanglement are the three main issues they face. Ingestion can lead to starvation, suffocation leads to drowning, and entanglement can cause them immobility, meaning they can't move around to eat and will eventually die. In terms of issues for humans, the main one would be the toxins that enter the food chain. So, the plankton and other small fish eat microplastics, which are then passed on to the fish that eat them. These plastics leach toxins, which are passed up through the food chain until we are consuming the dangerous chemicals and plastics. These toxins are carcinogenic, leading to cancer and other illnesses. For my case study, I covered the Yarra River, which flows for about 240 kilometres through the northeast of Victoria down through Melbourne. Many of the pollution reports come from the inner city portion of the river, where about 50 tonnes of waste are removed annually. Groups collecting the pollution found that 2/3 of the waste is hard plastic remnants, 1/4 is polystyrene, and 80% was microplastics. Globally, we need to educate about the decision-making processes of using heavily packaged items and the consequences of doing so. Also, recovery and cleaning up strategies and initiatives should be more widely advertised and encouraged. We also need to facilitate data collection to establish cleanup methods that work and don't, as well as which locations are producing the most marine pollution and who are the leaders in the reduction of it. Funding needs to go towards the efforts of reducing the debris, and we need to innovate technology and come up with ways we aren't using as many disposable items in our everyday life, which is happening but not fast enough. And in terms of the Yarra, we need to focus on encouraging the use of reusable drink bottles, as 1/4 of the waste is disposable beverage containers. We also need to address the control of construction waste, as much of the waste was polystyrene from construction sites. Generally speaking, we need to run pick-up litter campaigns and add more bins so that people can take action more easily. Unfortunately, the situation has gotten so out of hand that it is impossible to restore the damage to the environment. Therefore, we need to approach this as a global issue to reduce the amount of plastic entering the system and to do as much as we can to clean up our oceans.